world can't stop the sun from shining whenever you're around.
Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com. Thanks for joining me for the Sagittarius July Horoscope. And quite a month it is in the heavens, thankfully, this month, okay? We all do have a few challenges to deal with, even though it is quieter. And for example, Mercury, which was retrograde, has now turned direct. So there are a few things. Jupiter is changing houses as well. So let's go to the board now and check out your horoscope. But first I'm going to draw 2 tarot cards as theme cards for the month for you. And it's amazing how well the cards work in with the horoscope. Okay, so I've already pre-shuffled them. If you're new, please consider subscribing to my channel and hit that notification bell right now. Alrighty, so the first card is probably like the first half of the month. It's night time. I see the moon, the full moon, glowing over the water. Very, very still water. These are the waters of your unconscious, basically. Okay, so there could be, in the first half, there could be times of stillness, a great time to be alone and really reflect on what's going on in your life and going on within. The card that comes up is the Queen of Pentacles. This is fabulous because this woman is an expert with money, organisation of money. Often she works from home. You'll see here she's seated on a gold throne because she knows how to attract money into her life. She often makes things, very crafty, very good with her hands. And you'll see she's dressed in red here because she takes action. So this is quite a physical card. It has real physical consequences to do with your money and your possessions. So she, as I said, she's very organised. She brings money in and she distributes money. She's very good with investments, and you know, if you're having any sort of financial issue, call on the energy of the Queen of Pentacles because she can really help you out. Alrighty, so let's look at the second card for the month, and I'll go with that one on top. Cream, the colour cream, which I don't often see very much. And so there's a dash of yellow in there, so a little bit of power, a little bit of horsepower from the solar plexus, and white from the crown chakra. This is like spiritual energy coming in for you, and it's being mixed with a bit of power. So that's actually quite a beneficial combination. Okay, well here she has the white and the yellow. Okay, the yellow is the solar plexus. This is success, accomplishment, carrying out your goals, moving forward. Traditionally, this card was called the Thief in the Night card, as if she's the thief, but I don't really see it because that yellow is too bright. And so it's more about looking back on a difficult situation and moving from that situation into a more positive situation. She's made some decisions and put these swords into the ground. These decisions are practical decisions, are going to have real physical consequences. It's a bit like the Six of Swords moving away from an emotional situation, but this is actually more practical than that. Okay, so some real physical things. The chakras are opening up, releasing the past. There could be some travel involved, but not always. But there's still a lot of decisions to be made into, you know, a physical manifestation. Okay, but it won't happen overnight, but it will happen. Alrighty, so there is your horoscope. Now, I'll just make it a little bit bigger so you can see. Bear those 2 cards in mind. First thing I want to talk about, there's 2 T-squares here, and even though there's a lot, it is a quieter month, there's still, you know, the planets are still traversing around the zodiac wheel, so there's still stuff happening. But these T-squares, we've got, for example, Venus here in your 9th house, about moving forward. expanding your life through study, perhaps. There's some foreign connections involved, perhaps, or it could be your spiritual life. And this is in opposition to Saturn in Aquarius here in your house of communications and study. So Saturn wants to go slow and steady. He's not sure, very cautious. Maybe you want to study, but you don't know what you're supposed to do, like what course. So that's sort of holding things up. But look, this will work itself out. It will be time to make some decisions. It's good if you can start something and then get credit for it. If you change your mind and go on to a different thing, if you have to, and you'll see that Venus is also square Uranus here in your 6th house of everyday work, habits and health. And so there might be some sort of issue around, keeping going. Sometimes Venus doesn't want to work that much. Venus is sort of like, I prefer things pleasant. I'll only work when I need to work, when I'm passionate about what I want to work. Otherwise I don't want to work. But with Uranus, it's volatile. It gets upset easily. It's unpredictable, and it's here involved in your day-to-day activities, your habits, your work and your health. Okay, so that's a square. But squares, even though challenging, it means that if you work through it, you can manifest your desires in the physical realm. Remember this card I was talking about? She'd made some decisions, made them physical, but there was still a lot more to go, a lot more decisions to be made physical. And Uranus here squaring Saturn over here in the 3rd house of communications and studies. So, there is quite a bit going on. The same with Mars squaring Uranus and Saturn as well. You have this energy to get ahead, but it's being slowed down here by Saturn. Look, it won't happen overnight, but it will happen. You'll work through these issues and come up with a solution. And most of the star signs are having this sort of configuration this month. Okay, so let's have a look at your horoscope in depth. 30th of June to the 3rd of July, Mars conjuncts Mars. It's a great time to make a fresh start. Take the initiative now. Strike out on your own. Your physical energy, will and courage are intensified, and it's a good idea to channel your abundant energy into decisive action or vigorous work. Okay, otherwise you could get pretty irritable. 30th of June to the 3rd of July, Sun sextiles your MC, and here's the Sun here and your MC here. And this is all about your long-range goals and life direction, or your career. And it's like you want to gain clarity, or a stronger sense of purpose is coming to you, and this is going to give you even more energy. You're also likely to receive recognition or support from other people who are in a position to help you now, and especially if you take some initiative. So that's good. 10th of July sees a new moon in your 9th house up here. This is about planting seeds to expand your life, and you may decide that you want to go on a mini vacation or a getaway, so you should do that. Go and enjoy yourself. You're likely to be putting things into perspective, getting an overview of daily matters, and doing something like study or looking at your spiritual life, communicating, reading, and retraining or something like that. Activities to expand your life. 10th of July to the 27th of July, Mercury in your 8th house. So this brings communications and negotiations regarding joint finances, shared assets and investments, and perhaps even property. It's a good time to get all of your affairs in order around these things. There could be some discussions about death sometimes with this influence. Perhaps legalities, wills, inheritances, loans, and also, your intimate life, your emotions and things like that. The 10th of July to the 14th of July, Mars sextiles Mercury. You're likely to have a lot of mental energy, and you really want to solve some sort of intellectual or conceptual problems. You could come up with a very clever solution or a workable plan, especially if you talk to other people. You also tend to make up your mind very quickly and decisively now, which is good. 10th of July to the 14th, Mars sextiles Mercury. You're likely again... Oh, I just said that one. How about that? I've typed that out twice. 20th of July to the 15th of August, Venus moves into your 10th house here. And so this brings smooth and harmonious communications in your career, or perhaps online, or something to do with your reputation and social status is also enhanced. You're likely to bring some sparkle and make things beautiful, especially in your work environment. Your career and social standing are favoured and people are quite friendly towards you, and you may meet a beautiful person in a workplace. 21st of July to the 22nd of August, the Sun moves into your 9th house here, and it's a great time to expand your life in some way, again through travel, study, retraining, or advancing your spiritual life. Life is looking brighter as the Sun shows you more of who you can be, your authentic self manifesting your heart's desires. It's a great time to grow your life now, so do lift yourself out of normality. Do some reading and communicate with other people with greater experience. Foreign cultures may also appeal strongly to you now. 24th of July sees the full moon in your 3rd house here, so promotions, marketing, communications, and all of these could be coloured by emotional considerations, okay? Also, events from the past may come up, and just if that happens, just remember it's your memory and it's your feelings about it. So sometimes it doesn't always translate directly into what the situation is now, okay? The past may influence your thinking. 17th of July to the 5th of August, and by the way, that happens for everyone, not just for Sag. 17th of July to the 5th of August, Jupiter squares your ascendant. Somebody could give you a very promising opportunity now, or there could be some sort of offer that comes in that's mutually beneficial for both people. The important thing to remember is that if it looks like a deal too good to be true, then it probably is too good to be true. There could be some risks involved, and you're being tested now to make sure that you've got your sense of proportion in place, okay? So although it's quite likely that any sort of deals or opportunities could work out very successfully, you don't want to sort of overshoot the mark or be overconfident or over-optimistic, because Jupiter can do that sometimes. Jupiter is retrograde from last month, so perhaps the chance of being overconfident is very low, I would suspect. Best course is usually to proceed with some sort of plan, but to investigate all the details as much as possible and avoid wild speculation. 28th of July to the 28th of December, Jupiter moves back into your 3rd house here, and this brings more chit-chat, more socialising with neighbours and people in your local area. You may be feeling more tolerant and forgiving, and you might sort of offer an olive branch if there's been some problem in the past. But the other issue around this is it can bring restlessness, both physical and mental. There could be lots of trips that you're taking around your local area, but not getting much done. It is a great time though for entertaining, chit-chatting and socialising. You might also think about a new course of studies. So that's coming up a fair bit, this study and retraining sort of theme. 27th of July to the 14th of September, Mars moves into your 10th house here. A lot of activity up here, which can indicate that your life becomes more public. You may be really motivated to achieve your professional goals and get some personal recognition for your efforts. Ego conflicts, especially with those in authority or those people who have some sort of bearing on your career, may arise. Do watch for that. Do try to temper your ambition with consideration for other people, and everything will be fine if you can do that. 27th of July to the 31st of July, Mars squares your ascendant. Watch this, because you could be feeling a bit irritable, especially the people that you interact with on a regular basis. And also watch for impatience, I guess the word is impatience, because you might not be feeling very obliging or compromising at the moment. It's not a great time to come to an agreement. But yeah, if you've got any grievances, you might want to get them out in the open. 31st of the month to the 3rd of August, Mars opposition Jupiter. This gives you a lot of energy and self-confidence. You're likely to be full of enterprise, and you really want to get cracking on something. So it is great to take the initiative and to advance, but do be careful again of the overconfidence issue. Don't overextend yourself, believing you can do more than you actually can. And do be careful of how you treat your physical body, because, sometimes we think, oh, I'll just go for a run or something. And, we haven't run for the last 20 years or something ridiculous. So do watch that as well. Okay, so now I'm just going to, excuse me, I'm just going to close my eyes and see what I can see for you, Savvy Sagittarius, for the month of July 2021. Okay, what have I got here? All right, do you remember decades ago, they used to have this hand towels in the public toilets, or Americans call them restrooms. Look, I've never felt like laying down and having a rest there, ever. And I don't generally see lounges to rest on in the public restrooms. So, but that's what I'm seeing is this hand towel. So it's like cleaning up your act, okay? So I feel like, Sagittarius, this month you're going to be organising your life more, cleaning up your life, all those bits and pieces. We've all got some bits and pieces that we haven't attended to, and I feel like you'll be doing that. There could be a few tears around this, because you might get rid of some things that clutter, and it reminds you of something from the past. Earlier times when, there was some happy times or pleasant times or whatever, and you've decided you want more space, so you're going to get rid of these things. So it could be a few tears around organising your wardrobe, or cleaning up the old bits and pieces in your life. And that's to do with people as well. Perhaps there's some relationships that need cleaning up, or they've just been sitting there, but it's time to move on from that friend, or from that situation, or that job, or whatever it is. And that's okay. All right, it's the time to think about it at the moment, and to plan it. It's night time, what I'm seeing here, and it's like it's about 4 a.m. or sometime like that. The sun is about to come up, but it hasn't come up yet. So think about it, plan it, and the time will be here soon enough for you to take action. All right, anything else? I don't know what this means. It's a big jar that's being emptied out. Looks like it's got coffee beans or something like that in it. I haven't got a clue what that means. Maybe that's literal for a person. Clean out your kitchen pantry. Perhaps you've got old food that's been there for ages, and if you clean all of this up, that'll make more space in your life to bring in new things that'll be, more beneficial for your life. Okay, so that's it, Savvy Sagittarius. I hope this makes sense to you. Please give it a like if it does, and share on your socials. That'd be fabulous. And if you are new, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that notification bell right now. Okay, have a wonderful month, everyone, and I shall see you all again soon. Thanks a lot, and bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.